here. Hey, Billy Grip Strength. One of your listeners wrote in last week to ask about his hairy girlfriend. I'm not sure what he ended up telling her or if he sent you an update, but unfortunately, I've had experience with this on a couple of occasions. Now, for those of you who didn't listen the other day, this guy was dating this Brazilian woman, so she's fucking smoking hot. But, she just had a little issue. She had a little bit of fur on her fucking arms, and where the tramp stamp would go, the tattoo could get lost in the weeds, if you know what I mean. So he wanted to tell her to fucking wax a little bit because, Jesus Christ. Ugh, doing it doggy style. She's got like a fucking afro just above her booty crack. What's going on with that? But how do you tell somebody that? Women can tell guys that in a second. Like, you should wax your back. I don't know. Yeah, it just grosses me out. And you're like, all right, if that's what it takes to have you keep fucking me, right? You can't tell these ladies anything. Honey, I love you to death, but your back reminds me of Gabe Kaplan. I had an experience with this on a couple of occasions. Under no circumstance should you ever tell her she's hairy. I was dating an Indian broad for a while, and she had excessive hair growths on her forearms, lower back, feet, and toes, but worst of all, nose hair. He said, imagine. Let that image sink in, is what you wanted to say. This chick was super cool and very attractive, but the hair situation was bothering me, so I broke up with her at her place, but made the mistake of telling her why. Oh, God, dude, why would you do that? Let it be known this was a bad idea. Well, no, dude, if you just told her, there was a way, obviously, if you fucking, listen, I'm breaking up with you. I think you're a sweetheart, but physically, I can't deal with all of your hair. Yeah, that's going to devastate her. Anyways, long story short, she flipped her shit and threw plates, silverware, pots, etc., at me while screaming and crying, so I left. When I came back later for my shit, she had thrown bleach on some of my clothes and stapled condoms to the wall. You could say things got hairy, LOL. Why do women just get to destroy men's property all of the fucking time? Like if the cops show up and she's throwing all your shit out, they just, hey, sweetheart, calm down. Sir, just get in the car. Just get away from her so she calms down. It's destruction of property. There's like a zillion YouTube videos of women just destroying their guys' cars. I don't understand it. I really think men should start prosecuting them for this shit. We always just go like, hey, yeah, dude, she fucking flipped out. Whatever. I can get another flat screen. Just get her away from me. All in all, he said, if the listener hasn't told this lady about his displeasure of her hair, I highly recommend he doesn't. Well, dude, you fucking told her. You should have just said, listen, if that's the fucking reason you were going to break up with her, you should not have brought it up. What did you say? Yeah, listen, honey, we got to talk. This isn't working for me. What? Yeah, I'm just not happy. Well, what is it? Did I do something? Is it something I said? What's the problem? You're too hairy. You have hairy toes. You have hair above your ass, and it's coming out of your nose. And I just, you just reminded me of John Matuszak, and I just, it's turning me on. Like, why would you do that to somebody? What you did, sir, was fucking mean. On one part of me actually respects the fact that you actually communicate, even if it was fucking mean, is you're going to get what you want in life. If you just don't give a fuck about other people's feelings to that level, you're never going to end up trapped in a fucking relationship. So it's good that you do that. But in the future, sir, if you're going to break up with somebody because of something physical, keep that to yourself. Because who's kidding who, dude? That's not the only reason why you broke up with her, If you were going to fucking tell her she was too fucking hairy, if you still liked her, why wouldn't you just say, listen, can you do me a fucking favor? You got hairy toes. Can we start off with that? Jesus Christ, it's like I'm dating a fucking cave woman. It's 2016. Have you watched any porno in your life? All right, on a side note, he said, you mentioned your home gym and current workouts, but I've never heard you talk about deadlifts. Do you plan on doing them? And if you already do, what type of progress are you making? Thanks, and go flog yourself. What is a deadlift? Is that the one where you fucking bend over at the waist and pull it up? Or is that the one where you act like you're in the Olympics and you lift it up over your head? Both of those look like something I shouldn't be doing at my age. All right, videos, deadlift. All right, 5 common mistakes, the deadlift. All right, here we go. Oh, Jesus, what is this for? That's the one. The old blow out your back one? No, if you use proper form. Does the lifter have an Instagram? His hips should be the first things that move. There's a lot of vital information missing from this. Hips, hip-wide stance, hands just outside the hip, full grip of the bar, shoulders slightly in front of the bar, lumbar curve maintained. So at your back, yeah, dude, I'm going to give a big fuck that to that exercise, unless you can tell me what the hell it does to me other than increase my chances of blowing out my back. I just for legs, I go hiking and I do body weight exercises. You know, the same way I do grip strength stuff. I'm really into just being able to move my fucking body. I don't need to pick up a car like I'm grabbing it by its bumper and try to use my fucking proper form. But who knows? You know what? I'll look those up, you know. I'm sure I'm going to get a big fucking lecture on, oh my God, you don't do deadlifts? You might as well not be working out at all. All right. Dear bald-ass Billy Gunn. Regarding your caller who needs advice on getting his girlfriend to shave off body hair. Okay, here we go. I would like to tell him to be careful what he wishes for. I had a girlfriend with really hairy arms, and because of it, she had very low self-esteem. Once we got to college, her friends took her to a beauty salon, and she had her arm hair waxed. Shortly after, she started to receive a lot of new male attention, and pretty soon had little time for me. Shortly after, she told me she needed to talk. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she moved up in the draft. She had a good combine. She told me she didn't want to limit her options in college. Good for her. He goes, I was devastated. I told her that since I found her attractive when nobody else did, that should count for something. She replied with, we all make mistakes, and walked out. Jesus. Anyways, consider your moves carefully before doing something brash. Thanks for the subpar podcast, and go fuck yourself. P.S. Take it easy on guys writing to you for solutions. They are obviously at rock bottom if they are willing to take advice from a dyslexic, freckled cunt. Jesus, this guy took 2 shots at me. Wow, yeah, that's fucking brutal. And that's, once again, that is something where when it was going the other way, women would be like, that's brutal. But then if they read this same fucking story, and as much as she dumped you and you accepted her for who you were, they would all be like, woo, that's right, you go, girl. You go get what the fuck you want in life. Dude, that's kind of fucking funny. I mean, does that fuck with your self-esteem at all? I think it did. I think that's why you gave me shit not once but twice at the end of it. I think you got a little bit of anger, which I would have had anger too. Jesus Christ. You know what's funny about that? Is like if she keeps fucking doing it and enough time goes by, the next guy who dates her is going to have no idea that that's part of her fucking genetics. And then he's going to have a little hairy baby and be like, where the fuck did this come from? She's going to be like, I don't know. Fucking baby coming out looking like Robin Williams' arms. Remember his fucking furry arms? Rest his soul. Oh my God, that's fucking anything that happens to a guy, it just ends up being funny. I don't know what it is. Everything that happens to a woman is tragic, but just when shit happens to guys, it's fucking funny. What are you going to do? You know what you're going to do, buddy? You go to the fucking gym, right? You go to the gym and just go, just start hitting on shit way out of your fucking league. Do it for yourself, man. She's reaching for the fucking stars. So should you. Take that as an inspiration and, God help the next fucking guy she gets with. Jesus fucking Christ. And then, the whole time she walks this earth, she has to live with that secret, because I'll tell you, there's no fucking way she's telling the next guy that that's what's going on. If that held her back, right? And when she walks around and hangs out with all these other fucking beautiful women now in her beautiful people circle, and they have like fucking no hair on their arms, there's going to be something in the back of her head, And one day she'll have too many white Zinfandels and she'll just say to her fucking boyfriend, there's something I have to tell you. Or maybe she won't. And then someday they have the hairy baby. The old HB, the dreaded hairy baby. I can't come into work today. Oh, what's the matter? My wife gave birth to a hairy baby. Yeah, dude, it's fucking ridiculous. I thought it was a little gorilla. Oh, turns out she had fucking hair all over her. She just got waxed. All right, dear Red Sonja. I don't know what that means. I hope I said Sonja, Sonja. Should I look that one up? I mean, if it's an insult, I got to see what it is. I want to share in the laugh, other than the fact I can't pronounce it or know what it is. Red Sonja. What is Red Sonja? Red Sonja, 1985, is a vengeful woman sets out to retrieve a magic orb with an ER. I got to see images of this. Jesus Christ, she's fucking smoking hot. I don't know what that means. But anyways, dear Red Sonja, heard the email from the guy with the hairy Brazilian girl. This is another one. There's a lot of hairy ladies. I have a suggestion for the other guys in similar situation. Have Bill Burr address it for you. Listen to the podcast over the speakers when your girl is home. That way, you'll plant a seed in her brain and hopefully get her to shave and wax without even addressing it yourself. Oh, so play that fucking part of the podcast when they're around. You know what? Women are way more complex than that. That's a fucking decent idea. And because what's going to happen, if she's self-conscious about that, or if the light goes off, she's going to be like, she'll be like, that's stupid. That guy shouldn't have blah, 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 blah. And then about a half hour of that bullshit, she'll finally come around to saying, like, do you think there's, like, I know I'm a little more hairier than most girls. Does it bother you? It's still going to come back to you. If women were that fucking easy to deal with emotionally, we wouldn't die 8 years before them. There's no fucking way it would be that easy. Like, they're just going to listen to the podcast and it's going to click and be like, oh, wow, maybe I should wax. I'm going to do that and not have a fucking 4-hour UN meeting with my fucking boyfriend. Anyways, he said, I've done the same thing in the past with great success. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Wait a minute. Here's the replay. Going over to the replay booth. I happened to listen to an episode. He said, I happened, in quotes, to listen to an episode about lip hair when we were driving. 3 days later, mustache was gone. Try it. It just might work. Holy shit. All right. Well, fuck it. Give it a shot. I stand corrected. I apologize, sir. I apologize. Jesus Christ. I just pictured the referee coming back saying no goal. But he actually came back and said the goal was allowed. You lost sight of the puck and the mustache still left. It's incredible. All right. All the best from Sweden. Okay. What am I up to here? 50 fucking minutes.